I bet everything on myself, took the risk, made the sacrifice, and thought success was just around the corner, but guess what? I regret it. It's not what you're thinking. It's not because I failed. Failure wasn't the problem. It's something much deeper. And today, I'm going to share what I learned and why you need to hear this before you make the same mistake. Have you ever taken a big risk and wondered if you gave it your all, or did you hold back just a little? Let's dive into this. Stay tuned. 1, regret isn't about failing, it's about what you learn. People hear the word regret and think it's a bad thing. No, regret is a teacher. It's a sign you had the courage to take the risk in the first place. Emphasize that betting on yourself is never truly a loss if you grow from the experience. Regret. It's a heavy word, isn't it? People hear it and they think it means failure. They think it means they made the wrong choice. But let me tell you something. Regret isn't the enemy. Regret is a teacher. It's proof that you had the courage to step forward, to take a risk, to put yourself out there. And that's something most people are too afraid to do. See, when you bet on yourself, there will be moments when things don't go the way you planned. Maybe you started a business and it didn't take off like you hoped. Maybe you put your heart into a relationship and it didn't last. Maybe you chased a dream and the world told you, not yet. And when that happens, doubt starts creeping in. You start asking yourself, did I make a mistake? Should I have played it safe? But here's the truth. Regret doesn't come from failing. Regret comes from not learning from the experience. Because every setback, every disappointment, every moment of doubt, it all carries a lesson. If you sit with it, if you look deeper, you'll realize that regret isn't about what happened. It's about how you respond to it. So apply this to your daily life. Next time you feel regret, don't run from it. Face it. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? Maybe it's showing you where you need to improve. Maybe it's redirecting you towards something better. Maybe it's proving that you were stronger than you thought. Think about the greatest people in history, the icons, the leaders, the legends. You think they never faced regret? Of course they did. The difference is they didn't let it stop them. They used it. They let it shape them. So if you're feeling regret right now, good. That means you took a step forward. That means you tried. That means you cared. And now it's time to take that lesson, get back up, and move forward. Because the only real regret in life is standing still. 2, comfort is the enemy of greatness. I could have played it safe. I could have done just enough to get by. But let me tell you something. Comfort is the killer of potential. The regret comes from moments of doubt, but staying in your comfort zone is a much bigger regret in the long run. Comfort feels good, it's safe, it's familiar, but let me tell you something. Comfort is also the killer of potential. It's the thing that keeps you from growing, from reaching, from becoming who you are meant to be. See, we all have dreams, we all have goals, but the moment you decide to chase them, you're going to face resistance, not just from the world, but from yourself. Your mind will whisper, stay where you are, don't risk it, don't struggle, play it safe. And if you listen to that voice, if you stay in your comfort zone, you may never fail, but you'll never win either. Let's make this real. Think about the last time you had a chance to step up, to take on something bigger, to push yourself further. Did you hesitate? Did you tell yourself, I'll do it later? I'm not ready yet? That's comfort talking. And the longer you listen, the more stuck you become. What happens in discomfort? Strength is built in struggle. You don't get better by doing what's easy. You get better by pushing past what's comfortable. The athlete doesn't get stronger by lifting light weights. The entrepreneur doesn't succeed by doing the bare minimum. The artist doesn't improve by staying in their safe little box. They push, they struggle, they grow. So how do you apply this to daily life? Every single day, challenge yourself to do something uncomfortable. Speak up in that meeting. Wake up earlier, push harder at the gym, start that side hustle, do the thing you've been putting off because it scares you. The more you step into discomfort, the more you'll realize you're capable of more than you ever imagined. The difference between the people who succeed and the people who don't isn't talent, it isn't luck, it's the willingness to be uncomfortable, the willingness to stretch beyond what feels safe. Because the people who achieve greatness, they didn't get there by staying comfortable. They got there by stepping into the unknown and refusing to turn back. So the question is, are you willing to do the same? 3, fear and failure are part of the process. You will fail, you will fall, and you will want to quit. But regret doesn't come from failing, it comes from not trying. Highlight that every great success story includes failure and setbacks. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants success, happiness, greatness. But let me ask you something. How many people are actually willing to fail to get there? How many people are willing to go through the pain, the setbacks, the struggle that comes with chasing something bigger than themselves? See, most people think failure is the opposite of success, but it's not. Failure is part of success. It's a step on the path. It's proof that you're trying, that you're moving, that you're growing. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try. And that's the biggest failure of all. Think about it. When a baby learns to walk, do they get it right the first time? No. They fall, they stumble, they fail over and over again. But do they stop? Do they say, well, I guess walking isn't for me? No, they keep going. Because failure is how they learn. And that same rule applies to everything in life. But here's the problem. Somewhere along the way, we start seeing failure as something to be ashamed of. We start avoiding risks because we're afraid of looking bad, afraid of what people will think, afraid of feeling like we're not good enough. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. Fear will try to keep you small. Fear will tell you to quit before you even begin. But you can't listen to that voice. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't isn't that they never fail. It's that they fail forward. They take the lesson, they adjust, they grow. Every failure is just another brick in the foundation of success. So how do you apply this to daily life? Simple. Stop running from failure. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop holding yourself back because you're afraid of making mistakes. Make them. Fall. Get up. Try again. The faster you fail, the faster you learn, and the closer you get to where you're meant to be. Because at the end of the day, the only real failure is never trying at all. 4, betting on yourself means facing loneliness. When you bet on yourself, not everybody's going to bet with you. You'll lose people, you'll walk alone. But remember this, greatness is built in the lonely hours. Many people fear isolation when chasing their dreams, but it's part of the journey. When you decide to chase your dreams, when you truly commit to greatness, there's something you need to understand. Not everyone is going to come with you. See, the moment you start leveling up, the moment you start believing in yourself and putting in the work, you're going to notice something. People will fall away. Friends you used to be close with won't understand your drive. Family members might question your choices. The people around you might start saying, you've changed, and they're right, you have. You're growing, and growth can be lonely. But here's the truth. Loneliness is a sign you're on the right path. Because most people don't want to do the work. Most people choose comfort over challenge, security over risk, average over excellence. And when you decide you want more for yourself, some people will feel uncomfortable. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're doing something different. And that's okay. Because betting on yourself means understanding that not everyone will see the vision. Your vision is yours for a reason. It wasn't given to them, it was given to you. So how do you apply this to daily life? First, stop looking for validation. Stop waiting for other people to believe in you before you believe in yourself. If they support you, great. If they don't, keep going anyway. Second, get comfortable being alone. Use that time to sharpen your skills, to build, to grow, because the truth is, loneliness isn't permanent. When you keep pushing forward, when you refuse to quit, you'll start attracting new people, the ones who get it, the ones who share your mindset, your ambition, your drive, the ones who push you to go even further. So if you're walking this path and you feel alone, don't let that shake you. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're stepping into something greater. Because the road to success, it's not crowded. It's quiet. It's lonely, but at the end of that road is everything you've been working for. So walk it, keep going, and trust that the right people will meet you at the top. 5, the real regret, not going all in. You don't regret betting on yourself. You regret not going harder, not believing sooner, not pushing through the doubt when it showed up. Reframe regret as a lesson to go even further next time. Let me tell you something. When you bet on yourself, when you take that leap of faith, the real regret isn't failing. It's not giving it everything you had. See, people think they'll regret trying and coming up short, but that's not true. The deepest regret, the kind that keeps you up at night, it comes from knowing you could have done more, that you held back, that fear, doubt, or excuses kept you from going all in. Because here's the truth. You don't get unlimited chances. You don't get to rewind time and take another shot at that opportunity you let pass by. You don't get to go back and work harder when the moment has already slipped away. Life moves forward. And if you're not giving it everything you've got, you're going to look back one day and wonder, what if? And what if is a painful question to live with. So how do you apply this to daily life? Start acting like every moment matters, because it does. If you're going to pursue a dream, commit to it fully. If you're going to work on your craft, give it your best effort. If you're going to take a risk, don't just dip your toes in the water, dive in. Because the people who succeed in life, they aren't the ones who waited until they felt ready. They aren't the ones who only gave 50% when nobody was watching. They are the ones who went all in, even when it was uncomfortable, even when they were scared. The question isn't, can you do it? The question is, will you? Because one day you're going to look back on your life, and when that time comes, you won't regret the failures. You won't regret the hard days, the sacrifices, the moments when you doubted yourself. No, you'll regret the chances you didn't take, the dreams you let die because you were too afraid to give them everything you had. So decide right now that you're not going to live with that kind of regret. Decide that if you're going to bet on yourself, you're going to go all in. Because win or lose, succeed or fail, at least you'll know you gave it everything you had. And that's how you live without regrets. 6, the reward is on the other side of sacrifice. You want success, you want to be great, then you got to give something up. Time, sleep, comfort, nothing comes free. Reinforce the idea that the struggle is necessary for the reward. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to win. But let me ask you something. Are you willing to pay the price? See, there's no shortcut to greatness, no easy road, no magic formula. Everything you want in life comes at a cost. The question is, are you willing to make the sacrifice? Because the reward you're looking for, the success, the freedom, the fulfillment, it's on the other side of the things most people aren't willing to give up. You want to be great? Then you have to give up comfort. Success doesn't happen when you do what's easy. It happens when you push yourself beyond your limits, when you wake up earlier, work harder, and stay later. It happens when you sacrifice your free time to build something bigger than yourself. You want to be successful? Then you have to give up excuses. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Because there is no perfect moment. There's only right now. And if you're not willing to take action, someone else will. You want to achieve something meaningful? Then you have to give up distractions. How much time do you waste scrolling on your phone, watching TV, doing things that don't move you forward? Every minute you spend on something meaningless is a minute stolen from your future. If you want it bad enough, you have to focus. But here's the good news. Sacrifice isn't forever. Yes, the grind is hard. Yes, you'll have to make tough choices. But when you put in the work, when you give up temporary comfort for long-term success, the reward is greater than anything you can imagine. So, how do you apply this to daily life? Every single day, ask yourself, what am I willing to give up to get what I want? Maybe it's an hour of sleep. Maybe it's a weekend of partying. Maybe it's the fear that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, let it go. Because nothing worth having comes easy. At the end of the day, success isn't about luck. It's not about talent. It's about what you're willing to sacrifice. The reward is waiting for you, but only if you're willing to pay the price. 7, you have one life. Don't waste it. At the end of the road, when it's all said and done, I don't want to say, I wish I had. I want to say, I'm glad I did. Let me ask you something. If today was your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? Would you feel like you gave it everything you had, or would you wish you had done more? See, too many people are just existing, not really living. They wake up, go through the motions, play it safe, and wait for someday to chase their dreams. But let me tell you something. Someday isn't promised. The clock is ticking, and every second that passes is one you'll never get back. You have one life, one shot. The biggest mistake you can make is wasting it, holding yourself back because of fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. You want to start that business? Start it. You want to go after that dream? Go after it. You want to change your life? Do it now. Because waiting is just another word for wasting. Think about this. One day you're going to look back on your life, and when that time comes, you won't care about the things that scared you. You won't care about the opinions of people who doubted you. You won't even care about the failures, because failures are just lessons. The only thing you'll regret is the chances you didn't take. So how do you apply this to daily life? Stop postponing your potential. Stop saying, I'll do it tomorrow, when you know you need to do it today. Take action, big or small, every single day toward the life you want. Stop wasting time on negativity, on people who don't support you, on things that don't matter. Invest your energy in growth, in progress, in purpose. You don't get to hit rewind. You don't get to do life over. This is it. And every moment you let slip away is one you never get back. So make today count. Make every day count. When you reach the end of the road, make sure you can look back with pride and say, I gave it everything. I left nothing on the table. I lived. Because the only real failure in life is not living at all. So, to answer the question, yes, I regret not going all in, not giving it everything I had, and not pushing through my doubts. The truth is, the only real regret is not doing more, not pushing harder. Failure isn't the end, it's the lesson. But I want to hear from you. Have you ever bet everything on yourself and then felt like you didn't go far enough? Or maybe you took a step back and regretted it? Drop a comment below and share your story. I read every one of them. If you're ready to dive deeper into how to push past your own regrets and take your success to the next level, then make sure to check out this video right here. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's the next step in mastering your mindset. Take your success to the next level. Then make sure to check out this video right here. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's the next step in mastering your mindset. I'll see you in the next one.